What if I told you that I was going to make a video about a country that you've definitely never heard of? Because I made it up. I've actually made up a full-on country called, as you probably guessed from the title, Kastaria, with a language, a flag, international relations, a religion, a population, a national anthem, and even a map, which looks like this. I'm only going to cover the basics of most of these aspects, with future videos going into further detail. Without any further ado, let's just jump into it. Firstly, Kastaria does not have any real language as its official national language, rather it has its own language called Castarian. Castarian is an agglutinative language isolate known to the people of Kastaria as Castariale, or if you're fancy Castaria, I'm Gilvid, with an alphabet based on the Latin one but has since become unintelligible to those who use the Latin alphabet. I'll demonstrate by giving you a sentence in Castarian, and I want you to guess how it's pronounced in the comments. And go! If you got iduti flambuil nindara la mal, congratulations, you're either somehow omnilingual or just really good at guessing. An interesting fact about Castarian is that there is no way to make an O sound in Castarian, the closest thing being O. Aside from English, the most commonly learned languages in Castaria are actually Italian, Latin, Greek, and Arabic, due to the country's close proximity to Italy, Greece, and Libya. Native Castarian speakers also have a distinctive accent when speaking English, as demonstrated in the sentence, "The octopus went through the door." Any similarities between the Castarian accent and any real-life accents is fairly coincidental, as it is based on the phonology of a constructed language not based on any real-world languages. The flag of Castaria is made of a blue base with a white stripe down the middle and a red triangle based the heading overlaid on top. Like any good flag, the design is symbolic, however not of what you might first suspect. If I turn the flag on its side like so, the symbolism becomes more obvious, albeit it would require some context beforehand. Basically, the red triangle is a fire, the white stripe is a lightning bolt, and the blue base is the sky. The context will come in the religious section of the video. Internationally, Castaria mainly interacts with Italy, despite the region's departures from the Roman society they previously had contacts with. This led to Castaria becoming an ally of Rome and later Italy, meaning that they initially sided with the Axis powers during World War II, with Castaria withdrawing from the war soon after when the public was informed of Hitler's imperialism, and many public protests pressured the government into withdrawing from direct involvement. After that whole debacle, Italian influence over Castarian culture began to diminish, yet Castaria and Italy are still allies to this day. During the Cold Wars, where things become interesting as, while in practice they were basically neutral as the Castarian government couldn't agree on which side to support and contributed next to nothing to the Cold War, they officially kept switching sides every time a party on the opposite side of the political spectrum came into power. You could say they stayed Western since they maintained their multi-party system throughout the Cold War, although that is a bit of a stretch. While there are a fair number of followers of the major world religions in Castaria, they are all considered religious minorities in the country. The main religion is known as Firupuk, literally translating to fire belief or fire worship. This is because Firupuk basically makes no distinction between fire and God. God is fire and fire is God. It's not a Firupuk saying, by the way, it is literally next to impossible to literally translate that into Castarian because fire and God are the same word, Fira. They also believe that the soul is made of fire, good people go to the sun when they die, and bad people go to the moon. Also, they believe ice is a plague on existence and a mindless evil force. Castaria has a population of around 1.425 million, with the capital, Rizardil, having a population of around 346,000. The majority of Castaria is still native Castarian at about 67% of the population, followed by ethnic Italians at 12%, Greeks, including Greek Cypriot, at 8%, others at 7%, and North Africans at 6%. Religion-wise, the country is Firupuk at 76%, varying denominations of Christianity at 10%, varying sects of Islam at 7%, and other religions/non-religion also at 7%. For the national anthem, I'm going to have the lyrics in Castarian, with translations in the subtitles, so if you want to follow along, I'd recommend turning those on. Anyway, the anthem goes like this. O yale idiun viran indure jubaya, jale ikiranya yandu yekesha, elemi fera fiskadai agana feraya, and if the fikakaya mastadaius plegia, adenya, ukastian, amebgar, ukalian, isutu yara jakas lema fera dilkadai, and if the therapis masadayu virakai. Finally, let's take a look at the map of Castaria. As you can see, the capital of Castaria is called Rizardil, and the country is split into 4 ifsaters, which pretty much translates to sub-nation. Jipamalter in the northwest, the largest by landmass and translates to outside door land. Aruntiter in the northeast, literally translating to northeast land. Fanfanter in the south, literally translating to very hot land. And Mirater in the center, translating to middle land. Also, if you're wondering where Kastaria is supposed to be on a world map, it's in the Mediterranean, southeast of Italy, southwest of Greece, and north of Libya. It's about half the size of Northern Ireland. If there's anything you'd be interested in seeing me go over in more detail, let me know in the comments below. So, yeah. I made a country. Lol.